So we have come now today to our stonewood mission, Gimme Three. This one we need to save 3 survivors in successful missions and complete a mission in a 3+ zone. Now this is not to be confused with your survivor squads, which is a whole different ball game, and I will go into that in a separate video. So, okay, what are survivors? Well, as explained earlier, survivors can mean your survivor squads, but when you're in games, survivors are generally those random people that you will find dotted around your maps in your missions. Now, you'll find these in pretty much almost all mission types, and there will be various different types of survivor that you may come across. They can be stranded on tops of cars or on tops of buses. You may have to defend them from husks, or in the earlier stonewood missions, then generally they're just locked away in these little huts that you'll find around, and you just have to go up to them and rescue them. And it's literally a case of just, pressing a button and they're rescued. They give you a nice little present in this case, and that is job done. So you'll find these in random spots. There is no set spot that they will be. They can be literally anywhere. They can be in the basements of houses. They can be in these little huts. They can be anywhere. So do have a good hunt around for them. Now, some of these survivors will become defenders for you at a later point. Some of them will even become survivors you can use in your survivor squads. And then there is this guy. Now, Ned seems like a really nice, genuine person who's lost his medkit. But once you've done this 1,000 times, he's gonna get really annoying. Especially when you come across that one instance when Ned has lost his medkit and it's literally at his feet. So, yeah, do keep an eye out for him. Now, when you do come across this Ned, though, he'll send you off somewhere around the map to find his lost medkit. If you go onto your map screen, you'll normally find out roughly where that medkit is by the little blue magnifying glass which will pop up. Once you get close to the area for his medkit, then you'll get this kind of blue circle sort of enveloping the rough area where it is. And just be mindful though that his medkit is not always exactly where that little magnifying glass shows it is. It can be anywhere in that area, so it can be a bit of a hunt and a bit of a pain, but nonetheless, make sure you do try and get those survivors though, because at some point you're going to go through your rescue survivor quest where you need to rescue 10,000 survivors over the course of your gameplay. And if you do it now, it's going to make it so much easier for later on. Now, although you only need to rescue 3 survivors for the Gimme 3 mission, there are a few other different survivors that you may come across in your games. Now, next up, you're going to have a survivor that is stranded on top of a car. And with this one, the husks are going to be aiming for the survivor. Of course, they cannot reach a survivor because of the car, so they're going to start attacking the car. Once the car does get broken, then of course the survivor can fall down and they will start chasing after them. So you are going to need to try and kill the husks as quickly as you can. There is a hidden timer. It doesn't appear on screen, but there is a timer, a couple of minutes that you need to defend, and that will be job done. Now, the next up that you are going to have is a similar situation, but this time an RV. Now, this being a much taller vehicle, you will have your survivor stranded on top, and again, you will need to defend them for a given period. With this one though, as long as the van is close to a building or structure, some way that you can build across to the survivor, then the husks will stop attacking the van and they will take that course that you have made. Now, if there is no mountain or anything close by that you can build across to them, then you can build your own ramp and things up. Just make sure you don't build any structure in the actual spawn point, or it would just automatically get broken. Same as with the car, with this one, If the van gets broken, they will start attacking the survivor. If you have built a structure across, then they will take that way and they will start walking up and attacking that survivor. But as long as the van is intact, that survivor will not take any damage, so you can just leave them do whatever they want to do, and then once the timer runs out, you'll end up with about 3 husks left. Just kill those 3 and job done. Now, next up, you're probably not going to see until a little bit later on in your quest line, but you will have what is called a downed survivor, and these ones will pretty much be down on their hands and knees on the floor. You'll need to go up to them, give them 2 blue glow to the medbot, and that will revive them and send them on their way. But as I said, you will find those later on. You won't find any of these at the moment. So that is all of your survivors that you're going to come across in the missions here. So for the next part of this quest, we need to complete a 3+ mission. Now this is going to be the only quest that it's going to let you go into on your map, and this is a defend the Atlas mission. Once you've found your blue glow and you activate this mission, you're going to have to defend this for around about 7-8 minutes, and you'll need to kill the husks and everything in the process. Now, with this one, I have very limited materials. I've not been able to farm a vast amount as of yet, so I've got hardly any traps. I haven't found anything from llamas yet, and so I'm really stuck on what traps and things I can use. I did almost get damage from the husks breaking through at one point, but I mean, to be honest, in this early stage, even if it ends the mission on like 1 health, as long as it doesn't destroy your Atlas, then you're going to be okay. Yes, if you can get a few more traps and things set up on it, then you're going to do a lot better than I did on this one. Now the next mission in your quest line is going to be a retrieve the data. Now this one is a really simple mission to do. When you first spawn into the mission, there will only be one that it will let you pick on the map. And when you spawn in, as soon as you spawn in, look up into the sky and you should be able to locate the balloon in the sky. Just head in that direction and you will find the drop spot that it's going to land at. Now, you will get a load of talk from Ray and blah, blah, blah. Just all you will need to do is build a basic box around the defenses. And then in my case, I just did some edited floor pieces as well, just to stop the husks getting into the actual defense. I didn't have any traps I could put down, so I just stood there and defended with the crappy weapons that I had. Now, when I first started playing this game all those years ago, I didn't realize that that orange light that you get around the actual objective when you first get there, I thought that you had to kind of build all the way up. But you don't. It's just showing you where the balloon is going to drop. So hopefully you're not as silly as me and you don't stand there trying to build all the way up to max height with a cube of structures that you don't need. But nonetheless, it should be really easy for you to do, and that will be that part of mission finished. Now, you are probably at this point now where you are really confused. What the heck is going on? What are all these things, these schematics, heroes, all these tabs you've got? Well, do not worry. The next video, before I get on to Stonewood SSD number 3, I am going to fetch out a video, hopefully that's going to explain some of the different features and functions of the game, so you can a little bit better understand how to play. I hope you are enjoying. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share it with your granny, your auntie and your dog. I will see you all again soon, Commanders, and let's start saving the world.